This was the scene at Monday's school board meeting in Dearborn, when the fire marshal had to end the meeting early, with the police chief also called to calm things down. The district will try again tomorrow night, but with some changes.
This all has to do with 6 books in the school's collection of 500,000. 6 out of 500,000 books, with some calling for those books to be banned, others insisting that's not the answer. Mara McDonald live in Dearborn tonight. And for starters, Mara, the board is moving this meeting to a larger facility, right?
Devin, that's right. They're moving it here to Stout Middle School. There's an auditorium here. It can seat 600 people. They have overflow rooms as well. The school district tells me they believe between 400 and 500 people showed up on Monday. Monday's Dearborn School Board meeting turned into pandemonium as people shouted down speakers and board members. It got packed to the point the fire marshal closed it down, and the police chief himself showed up to calm everybody down. What's riled up so many? Arguments over 6 books in the school district's collection of 500,000.
And we're not going to let them put the books on the shelf. I don't care what administration said the book's supposed to be on the shelf. These are books that should not be on the shelf.
And while not all deal with LGBTQ subject matter, it's those titles that really got people outraged. What else had them furious? The decision to shut down the meeting. The Dearborn School's communications director tells us tonight everybody who wants to talk will get their chance tomorrow, starting with those who filled out a blue card to speak on Monday.
Those who filled out a blue card at Monday's meeting will be given the opportunity to come to the podium and share their thoughts. They will have 3 minutes, which is the standard procedure. It's nothing new. It's been in place for years.
Back here live, and once those who were scheduled to speak on Monday get their chance, then they will open it up to new people who come tomorrow. And Devin, Kimberly, one more thing from the district. You saw the video and you saw a lot of people, well, not a lot, several, brought really large signs. They're asking people not to do that. They say it obstructs other people's views. Devin, Kimberly.
Well, as you were talking with Dave Mustin in there, we know the school district is reviewing these titles. Reviewing, what exactly does that mean?
So, Devin, they have a multi-tiered review process. For starters, it usually starts with a parent who says, you know, I'm uncomfortable with this book. Okay, you go to the school principal, and the school principal goes to the media specialist, and then they have a panel of their district media specialists look at it, make whatever decision that decision is going to be. Okay, if a parent is still unhappy with that decision, they then have the opportunity to ask for a second review. That would be a panel of parents, of community members, a student, as well as staff. Back to you.
We'll be watching to see what happens tomorrow night. All right, Mara.